Hey there everybody. We are in Sevilla, Spain right now, and it is hot. It is about 100 degrees today in the past several days. That's Fahrenheit. I'll put Celsius on the screen. Anyway, before I do any videos from Sevilla, I wanted to do a wrap-up for Lagos. I'm going to do a cost of living video and explain to you exactly how much we spent in our 30 days in Lagos. So let's start off with our biggest monthly expense, and that is lodging. We stayed at an Airbnb for 30 nights, and I didn't show that Airbnb to you before, so I'm going to show you a little video that I filmed of it and talk with you in a second. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of our Airbnb. This is our dining area, large dining table. I use it mainly for work. I'm editing a video right now of the trip we took to Sagres yesterday. Over here is our living area. We spend a lot of time on this couch. We love it because it's large enough for us both to lie down at the same time. And if we want to, we can watch some TV. We eat most of our meals out on this deck. It's really nice. It gets sun in the morning and shade in the afternoon and evening, so it's perfect for having our dinner out there. And over here, we've got a nice large kitchen. Sunny has been making excellent use of this, cooking lots of great meals. I do the dishes, so at least I have a really nice view while I'm washing the dishes here. And we have a second door that opens onto our deck where we eat. And we've got 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in here. So here is one of the bathrooms. Here is a bedroom which we don't use other than to hang some of our clothes in the closet here. The sunset is over that direction, so we do have a view of the sunset from both bedrooms. Here is the bathroom that's attached to the master bedroom, and here is our bedroom with another deck here which we mainly just use for drying our clothes. And that's our Airbnb. Okay, so that Airbnb cost us $1,850.75. And yeah, I'm going to be looking at my phone periodically throughout the video because I don't have all these numbers memorized. But we loved the place. The location was awesome. It was, close enough to walk to Old Town, close enough to walk to the beaches. There was transportation around, buses. We could get Ubers anywhere else we wanted to go, close walking distance to grocery stores. So really loved our location, enjoyed the deck where we ate our meals, and yeah, would stay there again or in that area again, and we definitely will. So the next thing I want to talk about is groceries. We spent $560.79 on groceries during our 30 days in Lagos. We, again, could walk to 4 different grocery stores in the area. There was also a small convenience store called Spar. It's kind of like 7-Eleven in the US, and they're all around town, and we went to several of those. There's also an Indian grocery store that we went to a couple of times and picked up spices, made some curries. So grocery shopping was not a problem. And twice a week there is a farmer's market in Lagos down near the marina, and that was awesome. We went down there every week and picked up some fresh fruits and vegetables. Sunny, I think, got some desserts from there, and really nice option to go there as well. Next up, let's talk about dining and drinks. So we ate out lunches and dinners about 15 times while we were there. We also would go out most mornings for a morning coffee to one of the local cafes. Sunny would often get a panini at the one nearby called Bon Dia, and we went to a Studio Vegetariano, which was really nice for vegetarian and vegan food. We went to Como for Italian food. We went to Three Little Birds, which was out in Sagres when we went out to the southwestern point of Portugal for the sunset, and ate there twice actually, and a lot of different options. So the grand total for dining and drinks was $854.40. And also that includes happy hour. We would go out for happy hour for beers periodically, and yeah, any of the snacks, the bakeries, the local bakeries we would go to get Sonny's pastel de natas. So not too bad. So now let's talk about transportation. We spent $200.09 during the 30 days in Lagos on transportation, but a large percentage of that was the ride from the airport in Faro to our Airbnb in Lagos. That was $84.55. So the rest of the transportation cost was Uber rides and Bolt rides. Bolt is just like Uber, but that's the local version of Uber. We also did a few bus trips. We did a bus trip right out to Sagres, and we did a local bus to Maya Praia, the beach in town that's a little farther than we wanted to walk. But again, $200.09 for transportation for the full month. And that's counting the $84 ride from the airport. Next up, let's talk about entertainment. And we didn't have much in this expense category, $21.82. And that included going to the museum in Lagos, the Old Town, really nice museum. We went to the fort out at Sagres, and we have Hulu to, watch in the evenings some videos or TV shows or whatever, and that's like less than $10, I think $8.80 for Hulu. So entertainment, $21.82. Okay, moving on. We have phone expense. We did cancel our cell service back in the US, and we ported our numbers over to Google Voice. So whenever we have Wi-Fi, we're good to go. But we also picked up some eSIMs so that when we don't have Wi-Fi, we still have data access. And for the 2 eSIMs for the month, we spent $24 even. Okay, what are we doing for medical? We have medical plans through Cigna Global, and I went with a pretty high deductible and high out-of-pocket max because it doesn't cover preventive care. So if we need to go in for any preventive stuff, that'll be out of pocket. But it does cover everything else after we meet our deductible and out-of-pocket max. And for the 2 of us, we're paying $337.86. Yeah, so we've got a miscellaneous category for stuff that doesn't fall into any of the other categories. Didn't have much there this month. We got some postcards, we got some stamps. We have a VPN, which I will put in this category each month, and that's a virtual private network which we put on our phones and our laptops, tablets, even the Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick I brought. On our phones and laptops, it's more for security reasons, and for the Fire Stick, we need the VPN so that we can watch shows back in the US. But our miscellaneous expenses for the month were $20.46. So one thing I didn't mention earlier about transportation are our flights. We needed flights, obviously, to get from Seattle, Washington to Lagos, Portugal. First, we actually flew to Nashville, Tennessee to see Ryan, Sonny's son, graduate from Vanderbilt master's program. Congratulations, Ryan. Then Sonny and I went on to New York and hung out there for a few days. Then we flew from New York City to London, stayed there a couple of nights, and then we moved on from London to Faro, which is the airport in the Algarve, and then we got our ride from Faro to our Airbnb. So if you're counting the flights, that does add some more on. The flight from New York to London was $565.60, and the flight from London to Faro, Portugal, was $277.32. So that is 2 people, and that's 1 checked bag and 2 carry-ons in total. So So I think those flight prices are pretty good. So considering those flights, I'm actually going to do 2 totals here at the end of the video. I'm going to do a total monthly expense in Lagos for 30 days without transportation, the flights, and then I'll give you the total with the flights as well. Now, some of you may have been following along and adding up on your phone or calculator as we went, but for those of you that haven't, our total monthly expense in Lagos without airfare was $3,870.17. So what about if you include the flights? If you do include the flights, we spent a total of $4,713.09 for 30 days in Lagos, Portugal. So overall, we were extremely happy with our 30 days in Lagos. We love the area. We know we will go back. I mean, it has so much to offer. It's got incredible weather, incredible beaches, scenery, the cliffs. It's got nice day trips you can take. And yeah, we can't wait to go back. We'll definitely be back. So I hope some of you find this information useful. I know that when Sunny and I were researching and starting to look seriously into doing this full-time world travel, we always enjoyed watching these kinds of videos. It gave us an idea that, hey, this can really be done, and here's what it might cost, or get us close to a reasonable estimation of what we might be spending. So I hope some of you find this useful. If you do, give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, and help our channel grow a little bit. So I think I want to wrap up by playing some video clips that I wasn't able to get into our prior videos in Lagos. And I'll show you some scenes just walking through Old Town in the day, walking through Old Town at night. There's a really historic and scenic cemetery we went to, and I'll see what else I can come up with, but show you a few outtakes that didn't make it into the earlier videos. So I think that's going to do it for this episode, and we will see you from Sevilla, Spain in the next one. Do you love Lagos?
Yes.
Donka, do you love Lagos? Logan, do you love Lagos? We all love Lagos.
Yes.